Welcome back to Butler's Precision CAD/CAM. Today we're continuing our drawing and running the toolpaths for the one jam. Starting with Inventor Open, we're going to come up here to orange file in the top left hand corner of the screen, and we're going to select Open from the menu. When our Open screen comes up, we want to make sure we're in our H drive, first initial last name 000, and in here you should see your one jam part. And click it to select it, and then select Open. Now, to create our tool paths, we're going to go up above our ribbon bar, and you can see that there are different tabs up here: 3D Model, Sketch, Tools. We want to find the CAM tab right here, the CAM tab. Once we have the CAM tab selected, the first thing we need to do is go to the Job section in our ribbon bar, and we're going to select Setup. Okay. Once this opens up, in our model browser bar on the left hand side, you can see that we have three tabs that are up here at the top. We're going to take a look at each one of the tabs, and each tab we're going to take a look at items top to bottom. In this first tag for our setup, we're going to take and we're going to come down to the origin section in our work coordinate system, and we're going to change stock box point to model origin. And you're going to see it's going to take our origin that's in the center here, and it's going to put it in the bottom left hand corner. So model origin we want selected here. Let's go on to our second tab, which is our stock setup. In here we're going to keep it at relative size box. However, we're going to change the stock offset mode. We're going to change it to no additional stock. And you're going to see there's a little gap here between the edge and our yellow highlighted part. When we choose no additional stock, it's going to kind of snap right to the edge of our part. Let's go on to our third tab up here at the top, the Post Process tab. We're going to highlight the 1001 that's defaulted in there, and we're going to change that to one jam. And then click OK. Now, let's take a look at drilling these holes first. So in our ribbon bar, we're going to go to the drill section of our part. And in our model browser, once again on the left hand side, we have four tabs going across the top. We're going to take a look at each one of them and go from top to bottom in each one of them. So first, in the first tab, we're going to select our tool. So click on the tool button, and we're going to go to your little window here on the left hand side. Scroll down a little bit, and underneath sample libraries you should find end mills. We're going to choose tool number 2, 1/4 inch flat end mill, and click select. Okay, you can see our end mill come in there right at our origin. Let's go to our next tab. Our next tab, we're going to create and select the holes. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to select each one of my holes. Okay, kind of click them in a sequenced order. However, if you take a look here, we also have optimize order as a selection, which means that the computer is going to determine what is the best path for that to take. Okay, let's go on to our third tab. We're going to establish our heights here. Here in our heights tab, the first three that are up here, clearance height, retract height, and feed height, we're going to change each one of these to stock top and 0.2. Stock top 0.2 and stock top 0.2. Alright, double check that. Clearance height, stock top 0.2, retract height, stock top 0.2, feed height, stock top 0.2. Let's go on to our fourth tab. Okay, in our cycle section for our tab, we're going to have drilling, and it's going to wrap it out, and that's exactly what we want. So it's going to drill this hole to the bottom, it's going to rapid retract out, and then wrap it over to the next hole, and then drill that one and continue on until it has them all. That's excellent. Let's go down to our model browser bar and click on OK. So now we have our stock set up, we have the holes programmed. Now we're going to do the two pockets that are here on each side. So we're in the 2D section in our ribbon bar. We're going to come up and choose 2D pocket. For our 2D pocket, we have our tabs at the top. We're going to work from left to right, and each tab we're going to take a look at from top to bottom. The first one we have, we're going to select our tool. So click on your tool button. we're going to go into this little window here, and we're going to scroll down until we find end mills, and we're going to select tool number 2, 1/4 inch flat end mill, and click select. Next, let's move on to our geometry tab where we select our geometry. And here we want to take and we want to click the bottom of the pocket for each one of these sections. Okay? Once we have that done, let's go establish our heights in our heights tab. Click on your third tab over, and once again, these are going to be stock top and 0.2, stock top 0.2, and stock top 0.2. The top 3 we're changing, clearance height, retract height, and feed height, are all stock top and 0.2. Let's go on to our multiple passes. In here, we are going to take and we are going to choose multiple depths. Make sure that section is green check marked. Then we're going to take and change the maximum roughing step down distance right here. We're going to change that to 0.25. The next thing we want to do in this section is where it says stock to leave. We're going to uncheck that box there. And now we're finished with this tab. Let's go to our final tab on the right hand side. And in here, we're going to change our safe distance. You see it highlighted red. We're going to highlight that and we're going to change it to 0.2. Next, in our leads and transitions, we're going to uncheck lead in. We're going to uncheck lead out. And for our ramp style in the ramp section, we're going to change it from helix to plunge. Once you have those finished, down in our model browser bar on the left hand side, we're going to click OK. And it should generate those tool paths right there. Okay? If you click on that, you can see the tool paths that it's going to take. If you click on the drilling section, it's going to show you the drilling operation. Now what I want you to do is click one time on Setup 1. That selects both of them. And then we're going to go up to the top to where it says Simulate on the left hand side. We're going to turn our stock on right here, turn stock on, and then you're going to click the play button in the middle of the screen. It's going to take and create your drilling operation first. Then it's going to go through and it's going to take and cut the 2 pockets that are on the sides. When it finishes, we want to make sure down here in the bottom bar there are no there are no red areas. Everything is green all the way through. That shows we don't have any collisions. And next, we're going to click close in the model browser bar on the left hand side. And we're going to go up here to the top next to simulate and we're going to post process. When the post process window opens up and loads, what we want to do first is make sure our output folder is going to our H drive. So you're going to click this area right here. You're going to go to your H drive on the left hand side and click select folder. And then our program name should follow through, OneJam, and click post. Reference again, OneJam, and then click save. Once it processes it, it takes a little bit of time in order to do that. Your screen is going to change and it's going to show you the HSM editor, and this shows all of our X, Y, and Z coordinates that the tool is going to take to cut, and the M and G codes that are going to control the machine. We're going to X this window out here. Let's go up to the orange file, go down to save go down to save, go update this part, save. Once you've saved it, you're ready to cut this part. You can log off the computer, go onto the computer that has the CNC mill connected to it, and let your teacher know that you're ready to cut the OneJam. Congratulations on completing the first part in Butler's Precision CAD/CAM.